Hello everyone, I'm Joseph Soto. This is my lifestyles project for science education, and the three topics that I chose to change for these next 2 weeks are the amount of heat I produce, uh, my diet, and the amount of electricity that I use in my apartment. So the first one is heat. So for this one, the teacher requested that we start with uh, whatever heat we set our temperature at, and that it be taken down by 2 degrees. So originally it was 70 degrees in my apartment when we used the heater, and for this week we took it down to 68. Still felt pretty warm at night, which is like usually when we use it. Um, so by next week we'll try it at 68. So the second part that I changed for these next 2 weeks is my diet, because I love to eat meat. I'm the type of guy that wakes up in the morning and I can't go without having some bacon or some chicken in the morning. So I decided to try and be a vegetarian or a vegan these next 2 weeks for about 2 days, 3 days out of the week, and so far it's not so bad. It's not as bad as every other meat eater makes it out to be. So what I did was I bought some frozen vegetables and some tilapia, and I even got some ramen to add into the mix. So instead of eating meat in like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'll probably just pull out some ramen noodles, and I'll mix it with some veggies. Then I'll just use some chicken bouillon instead of the seasoning packet for the ramen, and it just makes it nice and easy in the morning. So yeah, so far with the vegetarian diet, it's not too bad. It's just learning how to substitute um, different like nutrients instead of like eating meat. So last but not least, electricity. Uh, Recently, the PG&E bill's been pretty high, and I've even talked to my roommate about it, about ways we could um, like bring the energy cost down in the apartment. So we decided on just waking up earlier in the morning to get to school and to work on homework outside or at the library, and just so we don't use so much electricity, and just try and like bring the cost down. And yeah, we unplugged everything from the outlets, so anything that's not being used in the apartment will 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 be plugged in once we need to use something. So yeah, that concludes part one of the lifestyles project, and so far, not nothing too bad right now. I will say, feel it does feel better to study out in the open right by the Chico Creek, and I mean, I wish I could tell you more about the electricity part, like if PG&E's like cost has gone down, but that won't be for about another month until I figure that part out. Otherwise, I'd say no struggles at this point, and I mean, I'll just report next week about any other current changes.